Uh-oh, someone screwed up and leaked a lot of new information about Jedi Survivor. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Star. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some brand new leaks for Jedi Survivor to talk about, including an official release date, system specs for PC, pre-order bonuses, and some new details about gameplay that should get fans of the first game hyped for this next chapter. I gotta say, it's really nice making a video that's not about Battlefront 2 for a change. If you want to stay in the loop with all Jedi Survivor news, this channel is your one-stop shop. Make sure you're subscribed and getting notified, and we'll keep delivering the goods. A thumbs up on the video goes a long way too, and in this case, there's a lot to like. The Steam page for Jedi Survivor was accidentally populated ahead of time, and this information was all captured courtesy of Wario64, who posted screenshots of the details on his Twitter page. Right away, based on these leaks, we can confirm the release date for Jedi Survivor is going to be March 15th, 2023. As of recording this script, that's exactly 100 days away, so the countdown can officially begin. This makes a lot of sense too, considering EA themselves teased a major IP releasing before April. We can pretty safely say that this is that IP. Not to mention the fact Star Wars game releases typically go hand in hand with a major TV or film release. In this case, Survivor will be riding the hype train of The Mandalorian Season 3, which airs on March 1st, just 2 weeks before the game drops. Between BD1 and Grogu both coming back, the month of March will be a cuteness overload in Star Wars. And while we don't know if Grogu will be rocking that Beskar chainmail or not, we at least know that BD1 will have a few extra customization options courtesy of these leaks. We got several images of some of the cosmetic bonuses players will get with their pre-orders, and it looks like complete cosmetic packs are on the table this time. And the coolest part is, they feature clothes and weapons that are inspired by the original trilogy, specifically Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. These cosmetic packs each come with an outfit for Cal, a skin for BD, and a skin for your weapons, either a lightsaber skin or a blaster skin. And yes, this does mean Cal will be using a blaster in this game, as shown in this artwork here. In fact, we had toy reveals a while back that featured Cal with a blaster, but it was impossible to judge just from that whether it was just going to be a cosmetic thing as part of his look, or whether it would be an actual mechanic. And this more or less confirms that in the same way you can customize your saber, you'll also get to customize your blaster, which heavily implies shooting mechanics. And let's be real, we've seen Jedi use blasters before, even within this franchise.
So uncivilized.
So we've got the release date, we've seen some of the new gear. What can we expect out of gameplay and story? Well, the Steam page had a few paragraphs going over both, as well as one about Cal as a character. Confirming once again this game takes place 5 years after the first one, we learn Cal is still in the fight against the Empire. He's now a fully fledged Jedi Knight at this point, no longer a Padawan, and he has to take on enemies both new and familiar to save those closest to him. In the reveal trailer for Survivor, we saw a couple of these new threats Cal has to face, but the familiar threats mentioned here makes me wonder if we won't see the return of maybe the Haxian Brood, or maybe even the Ninth Sister, who's come back looking for revenge after getting yeeted off that tree on Kashyyyk. The cinematic combat system from the first game makes a comeback here with additional force powers and new lightsaber fighting styles that weren't in the first. We have to creatively use all of these abilities and weapons to strategically take on the enemies we'll encounter, using our strength to our advantage while using enemy weaknesses against them. So if you are a fan of the combat system from the first game, or if you come from games like Dark Souls, this will be right up your alley. In Survivor, we'll also get to explore brand new planets and locations, as well as maybe a few familiar ones, each with unique biomes, challenges, and enemies. We have to master new skills, equipment, and abilities that power us up and help the way we fight and explore. It also sounds like the areas we get to explore are a lot bigger this time around. I'm getting some flashbacks to Zepho right now. But that sounds like there's going to be a lot more to explore, and this paragraph even makes it sound like there might be some extra missions that reward players for completing them, saying, players who adventure beyond the horizon will find hidden rewards. This makes me think side quests, something like what you would find in Spider-Man PS4, something that's not necessary but adds a lot of quality of life to the game, especially a single-player game like Survivor. And lastly, in these leaks, we also got the system requirements for the game. Keep in mind this is only relevant if you're going to be playing Survivor on PC. This does not apply to PlayStation or Xbox, but if you're playing on PC, you're going to need a solid 130 gigabytes of free space, a bare minimum of 8 gigs of RAM, and as for the graphics card, they recommend the RTX 2070, but if you've got the GTX 1070, that works too. Basically, it's a decent-sized game, but if you're gaming on your setup already, you should be just fine. That file size of 130 gigs is pretty large, considering the fact that Battlefront 2 on my PlayStation is 121, so this game is going to be even bigger than that. Hard to say exactly what the size will be on the consoles, but it'll probably be around the same. But beyond that, there's really not much else to talk about. Guys, the newest Star Wars game is almost here. It felt really dead for a while, but things are finally looking up. If you liked today's video and you want to see more like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to the channel and get notified for all the new Jedi Survivor content on the way. That's it from me. This has been Star. I'll see you next time. Peace.